Hello, hello.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
I'm good. I feel like I'm in a cave or something.
Well, you are.
We are on location. We're at the coolest place today. We've been wanting to have Candace on as a guest. I really think it's been like almost a year now. Like, wouldn't it be so fun if we could visit the Salty Cave and broadcast from the cave? And then she's a listener. And so then she's like, you should come to the cave sometime. I'm like, can we broadcast in the cave?
We are literally
In a cave.
inside a salt cave right now. And
I've never been in anything like this before in my life.
no, this is so cool. I have so many questions.
So Candace, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yes, we are so glad. First of all, she's not even open today. So she opened the cave so we could come
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
be in this amazing space. But it's a cool space, but it also has lots of uses and purposes for our health. So we want to know everything about this cave, the business, all these fun things. So
So I feel like I had no idea what the benefits of a salt cave were. Like, I really don't understand it. So, like, I want to start with that. Like, what are benefits of going into a salt cave? And what is a salt cave? Let's, like, talk about that.
So you're sitting in a man-made salt cave, and the benefits, there's so many. So we'll talk about your respiratory first. So breathing in salt helps with your respiratory. So the salt helps grab out any bacteria. It loosens up any mucus or phlegm to help push it out of your system. It's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, so a lot of people like it for their airways. They also love just being in this room to relax.
Yeah, it's so relaxing
I
in
can
here.
totally understand. when we say we're in a cave, I mean, I've seen your social media. Like, I got what I thought it looked like. The walls are blocks of salt.
Yes.
There's salt in the ground.
And what is the ceiling?
That is just a plaster
But
that
it
they did.
looks like stalagmites,
Yes.
literally, like you're in a cave. Like, you truly get this feeling that you are.
Yeah, they
in-
did that all by hand
You
to
did?
make it.
Or
No,
they
the
did? Yeah,
builders.
yeah, they did a great job. Like,
Thank you.
Are we allowed to touch the wall?
Yes.
And then there's lighting behind the wall. I mean, it's beautiful. It smells amazing. So why would one? We kind of talked about respiratory. What are a couple other reasons why?
So we like people to unplug. So we give you lockers to lock away cell phones, personal belongings, and you sit in these big zero gravity chairs with a 10-pound weighted blanket, and then we give you heated salt massage stones that you can use on your hands, neck, back. But we want you to just relax. 45 minutes, not scrolling on your phone, not doing anything. If you're here alone with just your friend, you usually talk and catch up. But if you're in here with other people relax. Some people meditate. Some people actually do fall asleep. So we now offer headphones that play music so people aren't interrupted with people that breathe heavy or snore. But we just want people to come and disconnect, relax, take 45 minutes to yourself, unwind. We also do yoga, meditation, and sound baths in here as well.
so yoga is interesting to me. So when you do yoga, so the floor is, I don't know, you can't really see, but the floor is literally salt crystals. Like,
How many
right?
pounds of salt
Yeah.
are on this floor?
I don't know how many are on the floor. I just know the whole room.
So, like,
What's
when
the
you-
whole room? Tell
Yeah.
us.
23,000
That's
pounds.
insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, my husband and his friends had to bring it all in.
Oh my
So
gosh.
this salt, like, is this cave going to last forever? Like, do salt ever lose its components and its beneficial purposes?
No, you just have to make sure the humidity and moisture stay out. So we just keep it at a certain temperature, and we keep the air on in the summertime. So if the power goes out, things like that, we have to bring in machines. But as long as it doesn't get any moisture, it will stay, and it will keep its benefit. So it does help with your EMF radiation. So everything in
What's
here,
EMF radiation?
that's all like your Wi-Fi, electronics.
Oh,
your
okay. I
cell
thought you meant our
phones.
bodies. I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? I didn't know we had EMF radiations in our body.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
it
very
helps
smart,
block
apparently.
all that as
Okay.
well. So that's why everything has to be plugged in, no Bluetooth or Wi-Fi in here.
Except that we're broadcasting right now, this one time special occasion.
But we're not really Bluetooth. I mean, we're
Yeah,
plugged-
I
you're all-
guess we're
yeah.
plugged in. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And we're by the door, so it's not too bad.
Okay, so with yoga, do you bring like a mat in here then and you go on the floor and you take all these chairs out?
All the chairs come out.
Yeah.
You bring in a mat. We fit about 7 people in
That
here.
is so cool to me.
Thanks. And it's different for every teacher. It's based on what the group wants. Obviously, it's more of a gentle, slow flow yoga because with the salt, you have to have some good balance, but they mostly focus on breathing and just kind of stretching.
So you are in Chardon, Ohio. That's where we are right now. But you walk in, and it's really a spa. Like you walk in, and it gives you that spa feel, not pretentious, just smells good, looks beautiful. What are some other things that you offer here? Because I'm really interested in this little salt foot warmer thing that you've let us use before you come into the cave.
Yeah, in our waiting area, we have foot domes. They're heated Himalayan salt lamps. They're great for tired, achy feet, arthritis. They also, when you take them home and put your bare feet on them, they help with your skin. So salt, like I said, is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. It helps balance that pH level, helps with toxins. So it's a great way to relax those tired, achy feet at the end of a cold day in Chardon, or just to have under your desk while you're working all day.
How long?
I want one.
I do too. How long have you been in business?
March will be 5 years.
That's amazing. So you started pre-COVID.
Yes.
And then obviously made it through that. What did COVID do for you? Like, was that a struggle, or did people enjoy coming in for the benefits of the salt therapy?
So COVID was a really big struggle because you had to wear your mask, you can't breathe. So here we're all about breathe deep, relax, get that salt into your respiratory system. So that was a big struggle. We would do only 2 people in this cave, and all of our other services, just 1 person, clean up enough time after. So it really limited how many appointments we could have throughout the day and people in here. So that hurt a lot. But now that people are doing their vaccines and it's been a few years, people are coming here for their lingering effects. So it's actually helping us.
I was going to say, in all actuality, during COVID, this is where everybody
would
needed
want to be. That's
Right.
why, that's what it made me think of.
Right.
That was when you said like about respiratory, that's what it made me think of. Like, gosh, wouldn't this be where you want to be, like during a time like that?
Right.
And so I just feel like it's such a testament to a strong business is like, if someone that started that 5 years is like that perfect timing, right? Like you started just before,
Yes.
and now you're like on the other side of it and seeing the effects of the other side of that, I'm sure at this point. So like, what a strong business model to be able to set up like this. Like clearly you have something going here that is so neat. Like I'm so glad that we got to come in because this is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us.
It's just a beautiful space. I mean, it really is. I think I've always wanted to come, but like once you get in here, you're like, oh. You don't think you're in Ohio. Like,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I mean, literally, we're in a cave.
But it does remind me of a yoga studio for sure. Yeah.
Dana's husband thought we were actually broadcasting outside.
He asked what I was wearing because he's like, "Aren't you going to be outside?" And my daughter literally looked at him like he had 10 heads. She's like, "Dad, where do you think she's going? Like, what is wrong with you?"
We live on Caves Road, and
Right.
we're not going to
But like in all serious, I'm like, "Why are you like this?" And I literally said to him, like, every day you turn into your dad a little bit more. Like,
I didn't know what EMF waves were in our bodies.
well, I didn't either. I just let you be the one to say it, so it's fine.
Candace sounded real smart today, and I'm like, I'm just
great.
not with it this morning, I guess.
that's
I
great.
don't know.
You're good.
So you're a business owner. You've been through COVID. We have lots of other people who run their own businesses. What would be your number one piece of advice when starting a new business? Or let's say like you have these ideas, you want to get it off the ground. What would be some words of encouragement for people who want to make their dreams kind of a reality and take that plunge and maybe start their own business?
I say go for it. I mean, I found a business mentor, so someone that could help me with the business plan, put me in the right direction with bankers, people I needed to get in touch with. So it was terrifying, but I didn't even think about it. I just leaped. My husband and I did it from writing our business plan to opening our doors in 9 months, both working full time. Like we just didn't think. We just went for it because we didn't want to have that, oh no, what if feeling, and we were just like, you know what? And if it doesn't work out, at least we tried and we had fun doing it together.
You have a very supportive husband. My husband would give me the 25 reasons why.
Your husband would totally let you pull this off, no question. Your husband would do
But
this.
he would definitely
Like,
question
this
me
is a
along the
leap.
way.
This is not a
huge
traditional
leap.
business. So this is not something like, oh, I'm opening a store or I'm opening, you know, this is something that has like a niche market. And so like, I feel like it's not traditional. So it's a huge leap. And like, I just think it's so neat. Oh, I had a question. Now I forgot.
Well,
what it
so
was.
what did you do before this?
That's what I was
What
gonna
was
ask.
your
Yes,
business
yes.
before, your career before?
I worked at Metzenbaum. I worked with adults with developmental disabilities for 10 years. I loved it. I worked in their homes, in their workshops. I became a case manager, but I just got burnt out. And I also don't have a degree. So without having a degree, you can only go so far in that field. So my husband was like, well, why don't you? Like, why don't you just try something on your own? I've never thought I would own my own business, but I did some like online courses and training, and then I went and joined the Geauga Leadership program, and I did that.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, that was awesome. I highly recommend that for anybody in Geauga.
I think Dana should do it.
You're not the first person to say that.
You really should. They were actually just
Your
here on
father-in-law
Friday.
likes to tell me that on a daily basis.
Inaugural class, so
Yeah. Oh, your father-in-law likes to tell me that daily, that I need to go do
you should
it.
tell him he should do the senior one, the retired one.
Yes.
He's
He
actually
should.
never been through
The
it.
heritage one, I think
The
they call it.
heritage tour. They
That
meet
would
our
be great.
farm every year.
I actually, to be very honest, that really does like interest me. I think it's so neat. Like we have a couple friends that have done it, and like just hearing their experiences with it are very cool.
Well, since we're talking about that, share a little bit about
share
what
what
you
that is,
did
like, a
so
little
that the listeners.
So I was 2021, so we were still the COVID class. So instead of having 39 people, we only had 18. So ours was a little different, but I guess you go once a month on a Friday all day long to different businesses. We were obviously virtual a lot of our time, and we had to do ours weekly. But I just had them here on Friday, and they take a big bus. They're gone from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and they do certain days. So like the other day was health and safety. They'll do government day. They'll do small business day, corporate day, historical.
They've come.
And
they've
it's
come to
just,
us.
you have to be like in a leadership job or own your own business in Geauga. So it's great because you get to meet people from all different aspects of business. So that was really fun because it helps me connect with more of Geauga people, because I grew up in Lake County before. I lived here when I was younger, but I grew up in Lake County as like my older, so I didn't know too many people here. So that was really good, helping me spread my business as well, and then just learning about the county and all what it has to offer and all the parks.
You know that I'm like very big on organizations and memberships and things like that. So if you've never been a part of any type of a leadership training, it really is kind of an impressive thing to do, not only for your resume, but because you become fast friends with the people in your class.
Yes.
I've done several different trainings, and it's just very strange. Like even when you're with these people once a week or once a quarter, you really develop relationships, and it's all about networking, and especially in a business or in agriculture, everybody knows everybody in Geauga County. So it's actually something I've actually considered doing, but I'm too busy right now to take on anything else, but it's on my list of maybe someday to do, because I think it really is important. And I didn't grow up around here. I don't know anybody, so it's actually kind of nice. So, but that's awesome that we got to talk about that, because I think that's one of the really neat things that Geauga County offers. It's very important to do that.
Okay, so looking around here, there was something else that I'm really super interested in, is talk about the foot bath.
Oh, yes. The ionic foot detox. It is fun and gross and intriguing. So you put your feet in this water.
The gross part is what is like getting me a little bit.
Oh, it had me at gross.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see all the toxins
Right,
in my body. When I was in China, we did a.
Were the fish?
Oh, no, we didn't do the fish thing, but we got like foot massages, Chinese foot massages, and then they put our feet in things. It was, I don't know if it was similar, but it was she told us all about our bodies by
My
our
mom
foot
took me
massage.
for a
So
Chinese
I'm very
foot
interested in
massage
this.
2 years ago for my birthday, and
It hurt so good.
it hurt so not good. Like it was literally like we laughed and we were like, let's do pedicures next year. Like this is awful.
Okay, so we're gonna stick our feet in water.
So you put your feet in the water with this array, and as it ionizes the water and does those positive and negative ions, it kind of works as like a reverse osmosis. So it helps pull those toxins out through the pores of your feet. And when it hits that ionized water is when it changes colors. So it can be black, brown, green, orange. And then we give you this little color chart. So at the end, we dump the water and go over the colors with you. And based on those colors are things that maybe you already are aware about, or you might need to pay a little more attention to. So, I mean, it can tell you inflammation, bladder, liver, digestion. So people,
I feel like we have to schedule this.
I want to do this so
we're
bad.
hooked.
you should,
I'm in.
for sure.
Will it tell me that I probably had too much wine this weekend
Yes.
and that needs to be
Yes.
pulled out of me?
I get a lot of people that come like on girls' weekends
Yeah.
and detox. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like I might need that. I woke up at 4:00 in the morning the other day, and my husband told me that I had a 4 a.m. hangover because that's what happens when you get old. Like now, it's not. It doesn't wait till morning. It's it woke you up in the middle of the night. Like, so now I think I need this detox.
Sorry, Mom.
She agrees. She knows.
So I want to know about your family too. So you're a mom, you're a wife. Tell us about your family. So you have your daughter's in college, right?
Not yet. No, she's a senior.
She's a senior. Okay. And you had an older one. So tell us about your kids and like what they do, because she runs a business. She's a busy mom too.
So I have a daughter who's a senior. She rides horses and she works at barns. So she is everything horse. She loves to clean. She works at, I think, 3 different barns right now. And that's all she does. She loves it. And she's in marching band. Well, was, because now we're done. And then I have a son. He is a sophomore and he does lacrosse. He actually worked at Patterson's this past fall, so that was awesome.
He's a pretty good worker.
Oh, thanks. First
We liked
job.
him. We liked
He
him.
was cute.
Good.
Yep.
He's a cute kid.
Yep. I think some of the girls might have had a crush on him.
Oh, my baby.
We're like, we have to put that one on the end. We
Yeah.
can't put him in between 2 girls. They'll never get any work done.
He was a really good worker, though. Like, really fast learner. Like, he was great. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome to hear.
But
I
if
try
he
to get them
wasn't,
to
she
work
wouldn't
here
say it
and
on
they
the
won't.
podcast.
No, I would
Right.
just
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
would
She
just sit
actually would.
silently. I would
She'd
just
be
sit
like-
silently. I would just be like,
Moving
yeah, this
on.
is great. Moving on.
Yeah.
Right. No, like
Right.
he was.
Well, I
Because
appreciate
there are kids
that.
that I would probably
Yeah,
have such nice things to say.
that's always good to hear because
It is.
owning my own business, I always try to, tell them how they need to be. And, you're a mom. Do they listen to you? I don't know.
Right.
So.
No. So one of my friends that they have 3 kids, and I always say they're athletic, they're super smart, like just the all around family. And he's like, the best advice I can give you is to make your kid work for somebody else, not for you, because they can work for you as a parent. And it's different. Like they have to be held more accountable. They have to show up on time. Like where we would not let things slide necessarily, but like, what are you going to do? Like just yell at them when they go home. But like they have to be held accountable to that different standard. So I think it is important that kids, even though their families own businesses, work elsewhere.
That is true. Both my kids' first jobs were actually at Patterson, so that was where they started. And I think that was great because you do have to be on time, you have to get your job done, and you have a schedule to follow, things like that. But yeah, I still try to get them to come work and help and hang out, and they say it's boring.
Do you have employees or is it?
I do. I have 2 part-time. So I have a girl that has been with me since she was 16. She is now about to move to New York with her boyfriend, but she has been wonderful. She can run the business when I'm not here. And then I have another girl who is actually about to graduate, so she'll be leaving me soon. And she's been here for a couple years. Same thing. She's great. She can run the business without me. So it's just the 3 of us that run services. We work together usually on our busier days, but usually you can do one person during the week on our slower days.
So on a normal, not busy, not slow day, like how many people would you say do you have that come into the Salt Cave?
The Salt Cave or just like everything? Like
Yeah.
20 to 30 people
That's
is pretty good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that is
Yeah.
fantastic. And so you schedule, so if you're interested in coming like into the actual Salt Cave, you would schedule it as a 45-minute session, you're saying?
Yeah, so it only lets you schedule as 45. So
Okay.
like we just schedule it at the top of every hour. There's 6 slots open, so you can come by yourself. You can bring a friend. You might be in here with a stranger. Just depending on the time of day or day of the week, you might get it all to yourself.
And if someone wants to schedule, how do they go about doing that?
So they can go on our website, which is visitsalty.com, or they can give us a call.
Okay.
She's a great Instagram page. I love following. She has a nice social media presence.
Thanks.
But what I want to say is, like, when you're in the cave, this cave is actually pretty big. So I feel like even if I was in here with someone that I didn't know,
No, yeah, you
you would never even notice
comfortable.
that they were here
Yeah.
because you're so kind of lost.
And the chairs are pretty big and I feel are good dividers.
Oh,
So,
they are. This is great. This is not something you should ever fear. Like, I don't want to go by myself because there might be someone else there. Like, you would never feel that way.
So I like always fall asleep when I get a massage. I love yoga. Like I feel like I don't know where this has been all my life. Like I am so
Dana might be
happy.
leaving Patterson's to come work for you now.
I don't want to work here. I just want to like lay in here.
Yes.
Because of Patterson's possibly. So
Well, we do great Valentine's Day specials.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
That
This is a great
that's
gift.
a good idea. Yeah,
All of
that's
you
a great
gentlemen who
idea.
listen, we know you're out there. This would be a great gift. So we have the cave. Do a run over of all the services that you have here. You actually have a person who does some other services too.
Yeah, so I have a girl that rents a space. She does facials and massage, eyebrow waxing, all the fun little eyebrow things they do nowadays, lamination and all that.
Right, yeah.
I have a 20-minute salt booth, so if you're short on time and you have more of a respiratory need, we recommend the salt booth. I have the infrared sauna, which is the dry sauna, and the foot detox in the cave.
Wonderful. We are so glad that you joined us
My
today.
world has been opened up.
I
This
appreciate
is so
it,
exciting. You know, we
guys.
said we have a busy day today, but we might just have to like tell the kids,
I don't
sorry,
wanna- yeah.
cancel the plans. We're not coming home.
This is what I want to do for my birthday.
right. Yes.
Absolutely, you should, yes.
Yes, I don't want to go take my kids to appointments.
I know. Friends, we've run out of time. Until next time, we're Miss Nash.
Have a great day.
Thanks so much, Candace.
Thanks.